Only on 7 News, would you want this person working at your kid's school? A Denver elementary school employee caught in the act, this suspicious activity, odd enough to order a drug test. Molly Hendrickson is live, and Molly, you're learning the employee never should have been hired in the first place.
And this is part of the reason why we checked. The former employee here has a record dating back to 2009. Now, today, the school sent home this letter explaining the video you're about to see and the way it was handled.
From the video, it's hard to tell.
He had a foil and was lighting underneath the foil.
But the neighbor who shot it,
He was smoking whatever was coming off the foil.
has no doubts about what he saw.
It was, something dirty. Watched him get out of his car, and he completely walked across the street and walked right into a classroom.
The classroom at Wyatt Academy, and it happened not once, but 2 days in a row.
Sure enough, at 11:30, he came back out and started doing exactly what he was doing the day before.
Fed up, he called the school, his camera rolling as faculty confronted the employee inside.
His body language of him putting his hands on his face showed that they caught him in the act of something.
It turns out this man is Brett Sawyer, a now former Wyatt Academy paraprofessional who's worked with 5-year-olds since January. We showed up at his home and called with our questions.
Hi, Mr. Sawyer. My name is Molly Hendrickson.
And the more we dug into his past, the more red flags we found.
Take that kind of thing very seriously.
Principal David Trachtenberger confirms the employee was fired after refusing to take a drug test.
We don't have evidence as to what it was he was doing. We did see the videotape that the neighbor brought.
But 7 News uncovering the school missed some big warnings. This is a mugshot of Mr. Sawyer from 2009, when police arrested him after finding a pot grow inside his Fort Collins home. A search warrant shows they found nearly 50 plants, a gun, ammo, and drug paraphernalia. Since then, he's violated his probation several times, as recently as last year.
And we submitted the background checks upon employment, and we had not yet received the results of the background check.
So is that kind of standards that somebody starts working with students before the background check comes back?
So that's obviously it's a great question, and I think something we're certainly looking into.
Trachtenberg says the paraprofessional was not given a drug test before he was hired, practices he's now reviewing.
These are procedures that we need to look into to tighten up and make sure that these kinds of things don't happen again.
And Sawyer, of course, is now out of a job. The case has been turned over to the Denver police. We asked the principal here if there are other new employees that they're still waiting to get background checks results for. He said there are a few of them, but he's working with his operations manager to expedite that process. Reporting live in Denver, Molly Hendrickson, 7 News.